have the Toyota one on, so it should be good. I keep my germs to myself. All because I can't admit that it's fall.
Yeah.
No, I'm still running around in flip-flops.
I did that so the other day and my toes got cold.
Just a virus, so.
Can I ask a question before we get started? I just witnessed something on my way home from work. Burbricks was loading up a mattress and a bunch of pumpkins and stuff on their trailer. And I got home and they came by my house, and on the way out I went through the park, and all of that stuff went in that little dumpster that's supposed to be for the community shelter. Is that
That's
correct?
the second time he's done
And
that.
I witnessed it myself.
Who was it again?
It's the
Burberry.
Burbricks.
The second time he's done that.
It's got a mattress in it.
We got a sign up there that's illegal. That's
Was it one
subject
of
to
the
a fine.
boys?
It was
The sign's up
some
there.
redheaded kids.
I think I see
They do
one
have
of
a
the
sign.
bald-headed boys.
It's up there.
Yeah, it needs to be addressed. You need to call the law on him. That's what I'll do that after I leave here. I'll call the law on him. Well, you guys ain't so.
So is it one of Mike's sons?
Yeah.
I don't know all of those people, but I
The
know
only one I know is
it was
mine.
in front of their house.
It was that child molester.
It was a
2 minutes.
beigey colored truck with a trailer.
I don't cut
Oh, I don't know.
You may not want to say it.
Did you say that? Yeah.
You're fine.
If he done something wrong, he done something wrong. That's the second time he's done that.
So we need to find the,
And down here below.
Illegal dumping. There's a sign right on that up there.
I didn't even realize there was still a dumpster up there.
It's a small one.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
supposed to be for when people rent that
Yeah.
shelter,
Oh, yeah.
take their trash and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was still one up there.
That's
It's,
the
the
second
lid
time
won't
he's
even
done
close
it
on it
twice.
now.
Mhm.
The
He's
lid
done it
won't even
twice.
close.
And you've been told about it. I think what's his name told him.
I did.
Yeah, you know you did.
Well, I'm not denying it, Bill.
Why would you
What'd
do
you
that?
say? What'd you say?
He's not denying it.
October the 23rd,
I'm sorry.
21,
I'm so
2
bound up like
p.m.
a man. Yeah, okay. I'm with the breath right now.
Is anybody gonna sit in that chair right there tonight?
I don't know.
Well, maybe, you should move around there so we can see you,
is it going? Yeah.
Stacy.
This
Stacy,
is my
would
assigned
you-
seat.
I request that
right.
you face us. Well, I'd like to see
We
it.
can know when you're laughing because you jiggle on the back. So
Yeah,
we've seen you
you're
do
going
it
bad
before.
now. Let's all see.
I
How about a little respect, Stacy, for the people you work for?
Gonna call this meeting to
Vicky
order.
is coughing and I'll sit right here for the night, thank you.
I don't think I'm supposed to.
I got,
Well,
I
you'll
got a
be replaced
Toyota
when
mask
you go.
on.
October 9th, 2021, 6 p.m. Rise and say the pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I got a couple things I need to say before we start on the roll call. There were some trees that was approved to cut in May 2020 meeting. And we're gonna try to get them cut within the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Which ones were they and why were we cutting them?
There's no minutes on that.
Yes, there is.
Are we gonna put replacement trees like everybody in here agreed to? That when we cut a tree, we were gonna replace it with another tree because we're losing all of our trees?
We've done that, Linda.
When? Where?
Evidently you ain't been in the park lately.
Well, it ain't big enough to see.
Please do roll call.
And That's all I got.
You wanna do a roll call now?
Yep.
So you're saying you're gonna cut a tree at the park?
3 of them,
3 of them, why?
There.
cause they're rotten.
Well, we're gonna replace them with a tree of substantial size that's
I'm
gonna
gonna
not
do
get
a roll
run over
call
by a
now.
lawnmower.
Mayor Lance,
Here.
Mrs. Smith,
Here.
Mrs. Johnson,
Here.
Claudia Dant, the clerk is present, and Stacy Kimmel.
Here.
And then you need to,
And who are the trustees who are absent?
Peggy Compton. Christina Christopher. Absent.
You want to recognize the guests that are here now?
Sure.
Who's on the front row?
I'm a public member. I haven't spoke yet. I haven't stood up to say nothing, so I'm just
Okay.
public.
Brittany Shoneman. Thank you, Brittany.
Who's next?
Linda Lowry.
What's your name, hon? We're just saying whose guests are present.
It's not necessary.
Okay, hon.
Anyone else here that wants to speak?
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna speak.
even if they don't speak, we just say they're present.
Okay.
That's what you're recording.
Or,
And then unknown.
Mr. Eblin?
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Bill.
It's L-I-N or E-N?
I am.
And who's on the second row?
David King and Linda Lowry. And then the last one was an unknown adult and child.
That is?
Yep.
I don't have an agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry. Take my phone off for a minute.
Here's your public comments.
Yes, ma'am. Whenever.
You need to
Who wants to be first?
open the floor for public
I
comment.
will.
I open the floor for public comments.
Do what? Bill Evans, my name. And, under the Citizens Petition, what do you call that?
Citizens Participation Act.
Participation Act. You use your position as a mayor, according to the judge, you owe us a settlement. When are you gonna pay us?
And what's this settlement for?
It's a settlement for, he put a restraining order against us and lied, and the judge ordered us sanctions back in November. He has to pay us, and he said he done it under the Citizens Participation Act. Being he was the mayor, he used that as his power to do that. The mayor told us that. Mayor, we got papers to show it. When you gonna pay us?
I haven't heard anything from court, Bill.
November, you got a message. You got a letter. We all got letters, you owe us money. You used your power, the judge warned you. You used your power to put a restraining order against me, and I was in the state of Kentucky at the time.
No, I
And
didn't.
you got beat. And you owe us money. You owe us $10,000, something like that?
$5,000.
$5,000. When are you gonna pay us?
That doesn't have anything to do with
Yes,
what we're
oh, yes
talking
it does.
about. No, it doesn't.
The judge told it does. It does. I wonder when you're gonna pay us. The judge told him, we got the orders, and he used his power to put a restraining order against us. And he warned him about that, didn't he?
I didn't use my
Didn't
power.
he? Yes, the
No,
judge
I
told.
didn't, Bill.
Who are the people who are on the restraining order?
Does that matter right now?
Does
Well,
that
if you're
matter?
gonna talk about it in the meeting,
Well,
you need
he
to
has the
indicate
floor,
who's.
not
You
you.
got the
though, either.
papers. He's got the papers.
Unless you wanna start at 5 minutes or
And
stop
then-
at 5
and
You
you're
minutes.
not
got-
to
I'm
interrupt,
gonna just
John.
go.
And neither is she.
I'm gonna have to start all
Yeah,
over
I'm
again.
She's the clerk.
It don't matter, she can't interrupt his free speech. Just as much as I can.
I just wanna know, my question is, when he's gonna pay us?
I have no answer, Bill.
Yeah, okay, alright. Okay, yeah, I got another one here. Stacy, I'd like for you to face the crowd if you're gonna represent us. I know you said you're not going to, that's fine. I'd like to also know who's in charge of the workers, city workers.
I am and Stacy is.
Okay. I seen something the other day that you allowed your city worker to harass a taxpayer. And I seen you, Stacy, hiding over there in her garage, watching the whole thing going on. That is very disrespectful for a taxpayer. The city worker harassing a taxpayer, which Gary, you would not know. You're not a taxpayer, and Stacy's not a taxpayer. You guys would not know. You own no property in town. You own no property. You pay no taxes. True fact. But to allow the city worker to harass a taxpayer is out of line. You need to be removed from your position. Both of you do. I had 5 workers at one time. My worker talked to them like that, they'd be gone. This guy is a taxpayer. It's on video. It's on film. And he mouthed the taxpayer.
Well,
Well,
I'm not going on that one either, Bill.
well, you sitting over hiding. We got video of it all.
I'm glad you do. About every
But-
day,
but
every
isn't
time
that-
I turn around, you got a video.
Wait a
of me.
minute. Why would you allow your city worker to do that? He works for us. I don't care. It's Damon Sloss. I don't care if it was the President of the United States. It's not because it's Damon. It's any worker. You do not allow your worker to harass a taxpayer in this town. Now, you guys have never had employees. You don't know how to run them. Why do you do that? I mean, do you think that's right? Do you think that's right to harass a taxpayer? You can't look at me, Gary.
I'm not
Get some
gonna-
balls
I'm
and
not-
look
I'm
at
not
me.
gonna look at you.
Get some balls and look at me. You took that job. Stand up and take it. You sat there and hid behind
Wait a
her
minute, hold
car. Behind her car.
You're talking about somebody badgering you guys? What is it about
No.
you badgering us?
You got this position. You wanted it. You wanted it. I tried to take a position. You won't let me on. But I'm bringing it to your attention that it's wrong to let a city worker harass a taxpayer.
Well, I'm sure it is
It
somewhere down
is
the
very
line.
wrong, and it's on video. And also, I got another one. You guys know he went out and bought a chainsaw the other day.
Another one?
Another chainsaw.
Another one?
His time is up.
$231.99. You just bought a $500 one to cut that tree down without approval. And you took it to your house. Where's the other chainsaw that you bought the other day? Where's it at? You bought
Right out there in that shop, Bill.
You bought it on
His time is up.
9/4/21. Why did you buy it? You got
The
it.
one we had was shot.
Huh?
The one we had wasn't no good.
The one you just bought?
No.
His time is up, sir.
Did you have approval from the board? Vicky, did he have approval from you? That's money. Now, Vicky, I'm gonna say something to you. You said, I'm just new on this board. You took your job, take a hold. I'm serious. It's our tax dollars.
I did not know that there was a new chainsaw purchase.
Don't you get that?
Yes, I do.
Did you look at it? I
Yes, I
looked at it
did.
about 2 minutes to find all. I got other stuff circled here.
Yeah.
That's wrong, Vicky. Did you have approval to buy it? Yes or no? Simply.
Yes, I did.
Who gave you approval? On the telephone? There wasn't no meeting I heard of. There wasn't a meeting one on it. I got all of, there wasn't a meeting on it.
Why do
Gary,
think-
you want this
why
job.
why do you think that I
You-
I don't have to have approval for
Oh,
what I
yes, you
need?
do.
No.
The board runs the day-to-day business in this town.
Yeah, okay.
You just run the meeting. The board runs a day-to-day business. Your job is, you got these people food. The board runs the town. You run the meeting, you're supposed to find money.
Mayor, his time is up. We need to keep moving.
We'll be quiet.
Do what?
Linda.
I'm sorry, that's my money. That's my tax dollars at work, Gary. I'm very aggravated about it. You spent, I think it's right now $800 in a chainsaw lesson a year. Is a $500 chainsaw out here, or is it at your house? Where's it at?
Out in the shop.
It's there, you can go in there right now and get it.
And it wasn't
Sure
five
If
can.
you don't go get it, I'm gonna call law for theft.
Call the law.
His time is up.
It's
Your
out there.
time
both
is
of them.
up, Bill.
Thank you.
I don't have to line up. You want this job, I'll make you earn it.
Yeah, okay.
You wanna quit, you quit.
Your time is up.
No, my time is not. You've interrupted me 3 times.
No, I didn't.
Call the law.
You asked questions.
Call the law.
I'll give you my 5 minutes.
Thank you, Bill.
I'm not done.
Yeah, sir, you're done.
I'm taking his 5. I can do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, you can have my 5.
And, okay, so you won't be speaking
I'm going
tonight?
over 5 minutes.
All right, got it.
And I'm just gonna keep it
Go.
going.
Who gave you approval by that saw?
Thanks.
Bill, are you representing more than one, just like you, Bill, David, and?
I don't know. I'm talking. I got an issue with the guy spending my tax dollars.
He's an individual.
And I got another. Okay, you ain't gonna answer this. I want to know why we spent another $500 on the shelter house.
On what?
On the shelter house. Install gables on the shelter house. 9/14. You wrote him a check. $500. Wasn't that included on the deal with the shelter house? Somebody didn't do their job on that very good either, did they?
Evidently not.
No, they put a $47,000 roof on a $5,000 building.
26,000, and it was allowed.
Was that approved to pay that? I've never seen it in no minutes. Who agreed to put the? I want some answers. My tax dollars. I'm sick of it. I can't get you to fill potholes at my road. You can do that. You can go buy a chainsaw, $230. You can't fill potholes. Your city workers can mound citizens, taxpayers, mound them. You can't get them to bring a shovel and fill the hose up. You're an embarrassment.
Thank you.
You are totally. You think that's funny? I would crawl in a hole.
You ought to.
No, I'm a 10 times better man than you'll ever be.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a 10 times better man. You want to argue with me, buddy? I got credentials to show you. I'm a 10 times better man than you'll ever be. Do you have approval to buy that chainsaw? Who gave him approval? Did you do it behind everybody's back on the phone or what? I'm asking. I am entitled to know. You guys work for us. As bad as you hate it, you work for us. Yeah, Vicky, I'm pissed. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. There's $3,000 on this shed. Was that voted on for guys' wife? $3,000 there. Did anybody?
Shed?
Why am I the one that has to do this?
What shed?
This house. We just wrote a $3,000 check.
Yes, that was $50,000.
Was that approved?
Uh-huh.
Was that part of the grant?
Well, it's actually fine.
Was that deposited in with the grant? I couldn't find anywhere it was. Was this additional? Took out of our funds?
Always is.
I'm asking. You guys shouldn't. You shouldn't be ashamed to ask no questions. Somebody told me, said, Bill, you're not bad. You just want people accountable for what they do. I want you accountable, Gary Lance. I want you accountable. I want you accountable. You guys took this job. I want you accountable. You're spending our money. You understand this? See that, Vicky?
The
I
minutes,
read that and I was instantly mad.
the minutes show that the motor fuel tax money was approved to raise the house previously, and it was discussed at the last meeting, and that Mr. Guy's White was to tear down the house, and it would be the following week. And
I
that
didn't-
was done so.
I didn't know
The
the
resolution-
dollar bill figure was never discussed.
The resolution was passed in April of
But
2021.
$3,000?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I looked in there and tried to find it. That's why I asked it.
April
Okay,
2000.
that's fine. But what about the $500 on the, that was supposed to be done by a grant too.
It took us a long time for him to get back over to do that because of COVID, but that was approved last year when we had the,
Additional 500.
Yes.
Okay, I wanna see that in a minute, please.
okay, I'll see if I can locate it for you.
Okay. I still wanna know who approved the chainsaw, Gary.
And so that's.
Are you
Back,
gonna stop?
back to the gables.
He's not asking
We
for
had to
full
put the
name
gables
request,
in
but we'll,
so that the shelter
Yeah.
house
I
could
just have
breathe.
to-
But I just didn't know if
Next
it's
year.
additional
send the
500 on top of the,
500.
Yeah,
it was the 500 come out of the grant?
I'm not sure, I didn't.
Who, what,
Which, the 500
Should have
what?
been included in
Come
the
out the
bid,
grant.
that's part of the roof.
who's in charge of the money around here? Who's in charge of the, I never seen a lot.
It came out of the shelter house.
They came out of the shelter.
You gotta just, yeah, okay, Gary, go buy your chainsaw, go buy, you wanna try to buy a tractor tomorrow, go buy it. Can't fit the potholes, can't cut tree limbs. I bought a chainsaw along the post saw and cut tree limbs myself.
Thank you, Bill. If you.
No, I want
Would you like
answers.
me to address him a little bit, or just wanna move on?
I just didn't move on.
Okay, and then she took
I'm
notes that
sorry.
she can send him a
I'm
letter
sorry.
for some of the questions he's asking about.
You can't do your job, get up and walk out the door.
And the minutes in April was for the
Yeah, right.
Medicare tax rebuild grant.
What'd she say?
Said, yeah, right.
Who said that?
They're not smart enough to do that.
I don't know that, they won't do the job, that's part of it. Finances is part of it.
I bet they passed the bills tonight, not even know how much they got, do it. I've never seen a pay book pulled out.
I need a motion.
I'm gonna tell you something, I'd take his spinning abilities away from him. I'd lock him down.
Go ahead, Linda.
Okay. I want to go over this again. No waste except landscape waste may be burned in a restricted area. All cities, villages, and incorporated towns in Illinois are restricted areas. In addition, restricted areas include an area extending 1 mile beyond the boundaries of a municipality, having a population of 1,000 or more people. Landscape waste is allowed to be burned on the premises where it is generated as long as local ordinances do not limit the burning of it. State law is applicable, which says we can only burn landscape in our village unless there is a more restrictive local prohibition or limitation on open burning. That means that, Gary, you and the board can call for a ban on burning leaves, but you cannot give someone permission to burn composite board, couches, tires, whatever you want to, and it's the second time that I've heard that you gave them permission to burn stuff. And there's a reason for that. And also in the county,
Wait a minute, who did I get
on-
permission to burn stuff?
the Rabers told the police that you told them they could burn that composite board. It's a lie. They told it right to that Sheriff Root's face, so you guys tell me who's lying.
No, I don't.
Well,
tell them.
In the
Because they told me they wasn't gonna burn
in the
no board.
county, you can burn domicile waste from your household.
Did you say
Nowhere can you burn any kind of demolition, any kind of anything except for that. You can't burn couches and tires just because you live in the county. Okay, so let's go over some results and some cause and effects of burning. This is our excuses. Well, it's just composite board. These products are held together by glues which contain cyanide and other extremely hazardous substances when burned. It's just particle board. Inexpensive furniture is often made out of this, which is held together with high-strength adhesives and which when burned emit toxic gases. It's just a couch. It's just a mattress. Some of these chemicals released are hydrogen chloride, hydrochloric acid, hydrogen cyanide, and dioxins. It's just plywood, particle board, paneling. These are these release arson, and are carcinogenic, which causes cancer, in the form of dust, and formaldehyde, which is a carcinogenic. It's just fiberglass insulation. When it's inhaled with the moisture in your lungs, it combines to form hydrochloric acid. It's just plastic. When burned, releases hydrogen cyanide, hydrochloric acid, benzene, cadmium, chlorine oxide, lead, styrene, dioxins, furans, just to name a few. Styrenes, all these are poisonous and are carcinogenics, cause cancer. It's just some old clothes, cotton, contains formaldehyde, a carcinogenic, nylon, wool, hydrochloric sulfide, causes chronic pulmonary edema. It's just siding, releases hydrogen cyanide, hydrogen acid, dioxins, a carcinogenic. It's just some electric wire insulation, releases hydrogen chloride, furans emit toxic fumes, and chlorides, dioxins, cancer causing. It's just construction demo and debris, spews pollutants into the air, affects our health and the environment. The smoke, this contains very small particles which are inhaled, lodged deeply in your lungs. They can cause severe health problems including cancer, reproductive disorders, heart attack, disease, liver damage, respiratory problems, and especially in children. It's just a tire. Chemicals release styrene, butadiene, benzene, chlorine, cadmium, mercury, hydrogen sulfide, zinc. Zinc, which is when burned, forms fresh zinc oxide, causing metal, furan, fever. So we can substantiate that burning equals cancer. But it's a lot easier and it's a lot cheaper to buy beans and noodles for someone's cancer fundraiser than it is to dispose of these things properly. Huh? Is that what we're saying? You can't tell people what they can burn and cannot burn. The fire chief cannot tell them that. Y'all tried to tell me that too. He can only say when you can't burn, like when the wind's blowing real hard. So we've got to put a stop to it. If we're not getting the proper service from the trash people, then we need to look at our contract and make it where we can have stuff for the people in this town where we're not polluting our air. And I believe the deputy was supposed to stop up here and talk to you about this. And you have no right to decide who gets to burn what. At all. You can burn it, you can pass the thing to not burn leaves, but that's all you got. You can't say it's okay to burn this other stuff. Do you understand that?
I didn't say you could.
Twice I've heard you've told people that. Okay. Twice. And I'm not in the habit of lying.
Okay.
So are we going to do something about it? And also, our trash service. Well, we used to get a dumpster. Well, it's all fine and good. People are abusing that. We don't get one because we're too lazy to have people take turns staying up there all night to watch it and make sure people aren't doing it. But the same truck that picks up our trash on the same day of the week is the one that picks up our big heavy stuff. So are we getting charged less for that service now that we're not having the dumpster? Are we getting charged less now because we're not getting a dumpster when they're using the same truck to haul the stuff? They're not making no special trip. It's the same truck that picks up our trash on Wednesday, picks up our heavy stuff the same day, the same time. So are we getting charged less now, or are we just going to let them rip us off?
I have no idea.
Well, don't you think we should know that?
Damn.
And we were also told,
Oh my God.
I don't remember what exactly meeting it was, but I asked if we could, everybody was upset because we weren't getting a dumpster anymore, and everybody in here said they wanted to meet with the people and go over what we could get and what we couldn't get for our trash service on the big trash pickup. Now, we said you couldn't do that because it was already under contract, and you told us that we could go over it when it was time for the contract to be renewed. I've come up here almost every meeting since then and I've asked you, when's the contract up? And you won't answer me. So can I get an answer on that?
I can't give you an answer because I don't know when
Go
it
get
is.
the contract and look at it. Get the contract and look at it.
They probably don't even.
And Linda, you told me I don't know how
Who's
we can
in
get
charge?
people to
Yeah, he ain't,
care about our
evidently.
yards. Well, it's by example. Who knows what causes wood to rot? Does anybody know the answer? How about when it's left for the paint to be off of it, chipped, and then the elements get on the raw wood? So why hasn't it's like we're putting the great big nice new roof on it, but we're going to let the rest of the building crumble down? Why, when you go inside there, is our sink to in the shelter house? It's all the whole thing is broke off. Looks like trash. Why is that? We can't buy a new door for that? My husband could make us a door, but he's going to shove. But nobody takes any kind of interest in it. We have city workers, paid one of them $16 an hour to sit around. You know, but nothing was done. Nothing was done. You know, I've supported him paying
Linda,
that person that much because I knew he worked. But
I have
what?
an
Nothing was
answer
done.
for your
Nothing was done.
trash. The agreement was made, January 1st, 2020, and it ends December the 31st of 2024.
So are you gonna post a meeting so everybody can come up and go over what we want as citizens of this town?
In 2024.
Wow.
That's when the agreement ends.
How come it is
What's
everything
this
that
year?
y'all are responsible for seems to be
21.
going
Oh,
to
okay.
waste, to rack and
It's
ruin?
24 to all them though.
I would like the answer on
It always
that.
are years.
Thank her and move on.
Don't think that you can tell people what they can burn and what they can't burn, because you can't. Do you understand
Leave it
that?
5 minutes
And
ago.
I don't care. What are you gonna do, put me
Here
in
we
5-minute
go
jail?
Mayor, please.
It's shameful the way you wanna run this town, but you don't care about it. You should care more about your citizens' health than just turning a blind eye to what's going on. That's called tacit agreement. That when you don't act on it, that means you're in agreement with it. Are you in agreement with burning all this stuff? Are you in agreement with burning all this stuff? Hello? Hello? And Linda, I
You're
gave you some,
done,
I don't
Linda.
care, I don't care. Yeah, I've been done a long time ago, because I
Yeah,
couldn't get an
you're right.
answer. Might as well be saying, hello. I gave you 3 pamphlets, Linda, on burning and the dangers of it. Did you bother to read it? I know you left it on the table for a month. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just so you know, I got 6 more pages I didn't get to. Does anybody want to give me their 5 minutes?
You can have
You can have mine. Almost everything that is controlled by this village is in despair, run down through neglect. The park, the shelter house, the water tower, the roads, the sidewalk, the ditches. Only ditches y'all cleaned out was the ones on Main Street. The baseball field, the basketball court, the village hall, the village track, the village lawnmower, the bulletin board, and even the bulletin board. Can't even take care of a bulletin board. Great guy, great job. The park, the sign at the entrance, you know what that looks like. To preserve nature, that's a joke. It's all falling apart and rotted. It really is a good thing to be in front of that park that's also falling apart. The baseball field's pathetic. The basketball court, the rims are bent. There's no nets. Now there's a big patch hole that's never going to stay, just like that cold patch in the roads that's not staying. So that's ruined. And we had plans of fixing that court up, painting it and glow in the dark nets for it and everything. But y'all don't care about anything like that. Everybody in here agreed that we were that when we cut trees down in the park, we were going to replant some because we're losing all of our big trees. And we were going to replant them with trees of some kind of substantial size that could actually withstand, not some little thing like this that somebody's going to run over with a lawnmower. See, but you didn't care what we said about that either. The shelter house is exposed exterior wood ready to rot, broken sink cabinet, no hot water in the restroom, filth on the walls, the floors, green
No hot water in that
green slime on the back door, and it's
shelter
been a
house.
couple of years now. It needs painted inside now. The water tower, nobody said one word about it. It's going to rust through before it's over with. The village truck, this is kind of old because I've seen it's running. How long, I don't know. The village lawnmower seat broke down. Now the chainsaw, how did the one that you just bought get broke? Nobody ever said anything about that. They said it broke. What happened? The sidewalks, they're all messed up. The ditches, you said you were cleaning out the ditches, but the only ditches I seen was the ones on Main Street get cleaned out. So I don't even know why y'all even up here. Why are you on the board? Can one person answer that? It's not because you care about the citizens or the shape of this town, because we'd look better. And when I was work construction, I worked out of town. And every day we filled out a daily report of everything we did to keep everybody honest. Are y'all going to start doing that now that you got 2 city workers so you actually know what they're doing? Because the city worker that before that was making $16 an hour should have already had that building painted, should have already had a lot of this stuff on this list done, but they didn't. I've seen them sit and talk here, then go talk there, then go back to the house for
I'd like to stop for
hour.
a minute. None of you are paying a damn bit of attention
No, they
to
don't
what
care.
she's saying.
They don't
None
care
of
at all.
you. None of you. She won't even turn around and face the
It
crowd.
wouldn't be so bad. It
I'm
wouldn't be
pissed
so
because
bad,
they-
but I've been coming up here for 8 years saying the same things.
Are you paying attention? You got any answers? You can't, any of you. You can't do your job? Go.
And if the village doesn't care about the village stuff, why should them citizens care about their yards and stuff? You lead by example. And also one more thing, when those Risley girls were here, they asked about having people clean up their yards, and Linda, you said, well, we'd have to hire a lawyer. Well, do we have a lawyer? Because the next couple minutes, Stacy said, well, I talked to our lawyer. So which is it? Do we have one or do we not have one? Or were you just saying that to sound like we didn't, so to shut them up about cleaning up this town? But which is it?
The village has a lawyer.
Well, you said that we'd have to hire a lawyer. You said that insinuating that we didn't have one to shut them up.
We
And that's
have to
exactly why you used
Pay
that
bigger
wordage.
fees for him to prosecute.
That's not what you said. You said we'd have to hire a lawyer. You was trying to
Every time we
insinuate that
use
we
the
didn't have
services,
one
it's
to
considered
shut them
hiring.
2 girls up. That's why you said the words you
Every
said.
time we use his
Doesn't allow.
services, it's considered hiring.
Well, big whoopity doo. I think we need maybe you hire a lawyer and do a little bit of something.
Yeah, but we got a lawyer, we just paid him.
Thank you, Linda.
We just paid him $280.
Might as well been talking to this though.
I got something to say. So which one of you guys walked in my yard?
What's your name, sir? I'm sorry.
Don't worry about my name. Everybody knows my name.
Go
Mr.
to-
Lloyd.
Yeah,
Brad?
yeah.
Brad, okay.
So why are you guys walking in my yard without permission?
It is
I'm
private
talking to
property.
you, and I'm talking to you.
It's even stated on our,
I don't know why you're
on our
talking to me,
house
'cause
that
I
it's
ain't
private
been in your
property.
yard.
Did I don't think I worked in
Y'all been worried about my
well, I know for a
backyard.
fact that you've walked in my yard yourself.
I weeded around that red hydrant?
No,
and then that time
and you
I come to
walked in
see
my
you?
yard because
Hold on.
I was out front whenever you were walking around out back, and you come around front and talk to me.
Oh, when you guys
Yeah,
discussed
so
it-
private property, you guys are intruding on people's property.
I'm gonna make it short and sweet.
Mr. Lloyd, you had addressed us to go and look at that
Look at the
russet
sign.
put in the sign.
That was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
not in my
long time ago.
yard.
Has someone been in your yard since then?
You two.
In your yard?
Yeah. Are you guys playing stupid?
That's how
This is
we
retarded.
have multiple burn pits in our yard. No, one.
Burn?
Where they don't burn anything but wood.
Yeah.
Do you have
So if
one?
y'all wanna know what
I
I'm
know
burning,
you guys were all talking about it
come on down. Have
quite a few
fun.
times.
But if I catch you guys on my property again, there will be charges pressed. I don't care who it is. My yard is posted no trespassing. Do you see me stepping on your guys' yard? Exactly, because you guys ain't got nothing to fucking
You
say.
quit talking and pay attention to the man. See,
They
that's the
don't
whole
pay no
problem
attention
right
to
here.
nobody. That's why people
We
get
got a whole
aggravated
nother
and you
5
wonder why we
minutes,
holler.
man. Damn,
That's why we holler.
I know it. Can't turn around and leave the public.
And also,
that's all you gotta say is thank you?
They only burn wood. They have a
Well-
little bit of common sense.
Brad, I did ask the clerk to write down that we can look it up in the ordinance and tell you about how we can go on to property.
No.
Not
Hold
on
up.
private
Hold
property.
up.
man.
Hold up a minute.
Yeah.
I just said if I catch you or you on my property, I will be pressing charges. Do not come on my fucking property any goddamn more.
Watch it, Brad.
There's children, there's a child in here.
Yeah.
So watch the mouth, okay?
Who are you to tell me to watch my mouth?
I'm sure
You
he's
don't
heard
hear
it
me
before.
saying the F-bomb, do you?
I'm tired of people coming on my damn property.
I'm not.
That's my nephew.
Don't worry
I
about my
don't care, he
kid.
doesn't.
That
need
is
to-
my nephew.
He doesn't need to hear
Oh,
that.
you're gonna raise your voice about that, but nothing else we've said?
Exactly. Y'all are fucking worthless. Every last one of you. You need to step down.
5 minutes.
Brad.
Keep it his.
I know.
Does anybody
You can
got
sit and
a minute
eyeball
I
me
can
all
have?
you
You can
want
have
to.
mine.
She's
Okay,
already taken them.
No, I didn't.
No,
I
she
took
took
hers.
hers.
Oh, okay.
This also says right here, who should you contact in suspect of the illegal burning? Your local government and the police. You're my local government. I'm telling you.
I don't even know who the mayor is sitting up there.
It's a
You know,
He's
this
gotta
is
go
not
to
like
her.
me.
She's gotta go
I've
to
come
him.
in here nice, funny, hateful, every which direction I've turned for 8 years.
I have never heard you come in here nice.
Because you just started. I've been coming to this meetings for.
You guys think
You
we're
only
laughing
just
stock,
started
don't
coming to
you?
these meetings. You
Don't you?
just started coming to the meetings.
Do your job. And this
Have
here
you
won't
been coming
happen.
to these meetings for 10
This
years?
won't happen.
Have you? Have you? Have you?
No, I haven't.
I have.
Answer, your
I
head
have.
don't rattle.
I've been coming here since
And there's no
2002.
reason to
Oh, there isn't? Haven't you
anybody.
seen why there isn't a reason to get aggravated? I
You
come up here pleasant as
Vicky,
could be.
you like
where I
spending
got
our
the
money, our
same-
tax dollars?
same
Do you
thing.
like this?
Do
Same
you
thing.
like to be disrespected by everybody when you come to a meeting like this? Because I don't.
This has been going on for years. Don't you
You
understand?
took it, Josh.
Here's the door.
We get
I'll open
tired
it
of
for you.
being
Open the
nice.
door up.
We're tired of being nice.
Leave.
There's the door.
We're tired of being nice.
Mayor, you have to get a handle on the meeting. If people get
He
outraged.
can't get a handle of it because you butt in.
Ask them to leave.
You can't respect him. He's unrespectable.
Did
And
you
so-
say we need to call the police now?
Call him. Call him.
And so, we can,
The
Go
floor,
ahead.
the floor is closed.
okay.
Be no more public comments.
Ooh. You really scare me now.
I guess we could talk to the wall. We get as much out of it.
Man, I bet you this little boy right here could be a better mayor than you could.
Let's continue on.
So it says I'm supposed to contact you about burning, so you're gonna do anything about it? It's on the list of ordinances you say you're
Protocol
gonna.
laws.
I need to.
Oh my God. Just do your job.
What you gonna tell
need
them?
a
Same thing you did
motion
last
to
time?
pass minutes.
Do your job. That's all I'm asking.
Being
is do your
unruly,
job.
like I was, you know.
Being
On
unruly.
the past, oh, the past minutes, okay.
Do your
motion.
job.
I get tired of being nice.
One second.
Someone say I've only been hateful. Yeah, it's been to 3 meetings.
Vote.
I've been coming for 10 years.
Vicky?
How rude.
Me too. I've been coming since 2002.
Some of them just wanna
It's
put
the
it
only
on
time
their
they can talk to
resume.
us when they say the F
For
word.
the minutes, Mayor?
It's pretty on their
Or flip
resume
you off.
though.
And two abstain.
They can all call law on
You
them.
approved
Not
the
do their
minutes?
job.
5 different individuals
Yes,
have their rights
absolutely.
violated and not a
They've been
damn thing
violated
done.
our rights.
Not a damn thing
You're
done about
violating
it.
our
They just want to
town.
go on, put a
Sir,
diaper
I
on him
need to
and a
remind
binky.
you to
Huh?
remind them to be quiet.
Don't
while
forget
we
the
go
bottle.
over
Diaper on him
this.
and a binky. You know,
Don't forget the bottle.
If they get to.
have our rights
I didn't
violated.
think I was out of line. Everything I
You
said
can
was
steal a
true.
chainsaw.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
call
can
law.
you guys be quiet so we can go into our meeting?
You guys talk over us, so what's really matter?
Okay, you talked over here in all 5 minutes.
Motion has been made by Linda Johnson and seconded by Stacy Kimmel to approve the past meeting minutes, and it passed unanimously with 2 abstentions.
Did they ever say what they're paying the city workers?
Hmm?
Did they ever say what they're paying the city workers?
No.
Motion's been
I need a motion to approve the bills
I don't have any time.
and the financial report.
Let me ask the wall.
I did, want to make sure you guys
didn't
really
know
like
I
the
said
American Rescue Plan.
I can't believe some of you guys can't read the financial
So we
report.
started we went ahead and put that in
That's
its own
pretty
account
self-explanatory.
so that it would not get used up for the general funds.
I'm sorry, would you point to that out again?
The American Rescue Plan, it's the Illinois ALRPA. We received our first check and it did go into its own account. I want to point out that
Are you
the
gonna clean your yard
cashier
up?
brought up the $95 deposits to the water reserve.
Your head rattle.
Depreciation accounts,
I can hear
so
you.
they
Talk
are
about
departments that was
it.
passed last June.
This place would,
Have intelligence, I can make
you
full
wouldn't have it.
sentences.
There wouldn't be nobody.
Notice that the IML large bill is paid. I know you guys had a chance to review this, but I just wanted to point it out to you. Still really concerned about the Watlers. Their bill is just outrageous. We need to continue to look for a treasurer to replace Christina and Shauna when they left. Cities are in town. So Mary, you asked for a motion off first.
We need a second.
Is there a second?
The bills.
We never had this. We never had nothing like this.
Okay, motion has been made for the city of Bellmont, bills as presented to
We
be
never lied.
paid. We had Linda Johnson made the motion,
It wasn't like this
and,
when my daddy was made.
sorry, I wrote your name down.
It wasn't like this when my daddy was
You are
made.
Linda
He
also.
was on board.
And I say yes.
Vicky, sorry,
He didn't
getting
lie
the
to
names
them either.
mixed up.
And Stacy, yay.
Okay, so all those in favor,
Gary.
please raise your hand.
Yes.
We're telling him what to do.
can't
He
vote.
should know what. Vote by yourself.
She
Damn.
can't vote.
The mayor has a word report.
Telling other people to vote.
She can't vote.
He'll show that to them.
They don't know what they're doing.
You gotta tell the mayor how to vote. See that? Figure it in.
She can't vote. She just tricked her.
Yeah, they're next to him.
That's not in here, right?
No, he's got it there.
Okay.
Water report now.
I had that, 2.0 at the tire,
Raise your hand, dummy.
1.8 at City Hall.
So that one doesn't need to be approved.
No, that's just a reading, he's just informing. And then the employee status secretary treasurer is on the agenda, and that's just to simply say that we do not have one still. We're trying to trigger interest on that one. We do still have our bookkeeper, Lorraine Gardner.
Have you run an ad in the paper?
No. Okay.
Do we need a motion on that one?
No, that was just a second.
Okay.
We didn't take a vote, sir. So who's ready for old business?
Yep.
Okay, motor fuel tax rebuild grant in process. I think I heard some questions about that earlier. That was passed in April, the resolution was built, and the ordinance was made. And those were posted at that time. When they went through, the House went down, I think it was the 26th about. And that's, the only thing left on that then is taxes. They will probably go to the previous owner, and I will go to the courthouse and get that so that it comes over to us, and we are responsible for 2020 taxes. And that will be coming out of the gen fund, not the motor fuel tax rebuild grant per, speaking with Brett Walker at Motor Fuel. Have not looked into the rock yet, but that will be our next step, getting it spread out in, rock.
Turn this way, I can't hear you.
And then the next thing on the agenda, the USDA grant City Hall roof. Guys, you guys got new estimates of all of that. We talked about it last week, and you have new ones. And I asked you guys to look it over in detail, to give me your opinions of what you think. We haven't seemed to be able to find one guy who can do the job, so we can pull and pull from the different ones that have got our bids in. So did anyone come up with any ideas of how you think what would be best? I had written notes myself where different ways was, let's see, the rubber roof seems to be the cheapest with Mr. Harms Construction out of Carmi at $6,950. And or metal is 7846. Now that was the estimate on that one was given. The metal was updated in 21, so it might be a little higher. I heard metal was going up again, so we'd have to be sure of that. But if I had to choose between the two of those, I want to go metal, but I have been told by several of the different companies that metal would not work as well because we don't have a high enough pitch, the way they described it. So if we were to be looking at the rubber or TPO roof, Farms has the best price on that one. And then on, they were kind of expensive on some of the other things for the interior work. So for interior work, what I saw was interior work. That Mr. John Hill had the best price because he was going to say he was willing to do it all for all the interior work for $9,355. He did not include the garage door, so that would be a separate. That was $4,426 from Linson. which was fair. The garage doors were all pretty much close together there.
Build a shed here.
But I still think Linson.
They look like they
Or
were in good
Carlisle.
shape to me.
The garage doors, actually,
From
they're,
outside.
yeah.
Build a
they're
shed.
not- if you go on
Afraid
the
that
inside.
old chainsaw wasn't working.
So,
Front of the board, maybe they could go get it
and the grant
fixed.
is, good for
Instead of buying a
25,000.
new one.
And so far so what I've come up with, if we use Carnes, John Hill, and Linson, that would be 20,731. And then the other one would be, Carlisle did a really good job of saying exactly what they wanted, and I know, or what they would supply. And that was one thing we hit with Brown's on the USDA grant, is because he wasn't specific enough, and they are very specific on their, estimates. And so their total, if we use Carlisle and Harms for the TPO roof, and them doing the garage interior and the ceiling tiles and so forth, that came up to 21,666.
What's TPO?
It's a rubber roof.
Okay.
Did anyone else come up with anything else that you thought would be better? Or were you like one estimate better over another, the way they stated it, because of this trouble we've had for them not being specific enough? That Carlisle, they're very specific. I did not go with their PTO roof because theirs is quite a bit higher, 16. Let's see, it says. Oh, that was their metal. Their metal was 16.4. And they would build up so they could put the metal on. That doesn't give us much room for the interior work. And their interior work was 11,000. So that would take us up to 27, almost 28, if we went straight that way. Would you like me to go ahead and submit to the USDA grant again, what I proposed this evening? And then they will take. They explained to us last time that they accept who we want, but then they might come back and ask for specifics. And so we would go this way again. And again, we're in 2022 monies now.
So you're saying that you received USDA money for the work, but if you resubmitted a
Yeah.
higher bid, it would be next year?
No, we had submitted an application in 2021, and because things did not come together, 2022 money became effective on November 1st, maybe October 1st. When they go back and look at the minutes for me to tell you for sure. But the money is still eligible. The money is given out till it's gone. We do not get anything until they approve of who we've asked for and what we've asked for.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead. Wes?
No, I believe I want to get one more estimate. I have someone in mind.
Okay. All right. So we'll table.
Yeah.
All in favor of tabling?
Aye.
Table it.
A motion has been made to table this work for now, waiting on another estimate. It's being made by Linda,
He votes
seconded
if
by
it's
Gary.
tied. He don't vote.
And-
The mayor, you don't vote.
Stacy.
So,
You don't
I'm
vote.
sorry.
You
You
don't
just
vote.
did,
He gave us a-
twice.
all those in
You
favor,
can't
raise their
vote.
hand.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Wait a minute.
So-
The mayor cannot vote only if a tie. You count his
I
vote?
didn't know that's what they was doing.
No.
I usually be paying attention.
All we did was table it.
Okay,
We
he
didn't ask
cannot
him for a
vote.
vote.
Okay.
Tie only.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
This is mine.
Okay. Perhaps, yep, it was on your estimates.
I hope they pick something that doesn't require any maintenance.
Okay, table
God damn, wore out.
and Clearway. You wanna address that, Mayor?
I wasn't paying attention.
Can't imagine that.
Sidetracked. Clearway Did they approach you again?
I haven't heard nothing from them.
Okay, all right.
And they did not call about the rental of the,
Okay.
using the shelter house.
No information.
What happened, you got called clearly, ask them to come to your.
They were here at the last meeting.
Okay. New business.
Yeah.
The Illinois ARPA,
That'd be on, they cheap like that.
I commented on that they did make the first payment, it's been deposited, it's on account. And you need to be looking at the ways to spend that. I've got some webinars that I hope to share. At first, they were gonna let you go back into the webinars at the evening time, but they said now that you actually have to go to the webinar at the time that's being given, and most of the time it's during the weekday when I'm at work. So I will probably send you that and see who else could jump in on that for those webinars. The first pledge of that money does not have to be said how you want to do it until April of 22.
What year?
Is that the,
April of 22, we need to know what we want to do with the first allotment.
is that new business?
The ILARPA.
Okay.
ILARPA. Okay. The next meeting date. Does anyone see that they'll have any problem for the next meeting date?
What's your usual?
6:30, second Tuesday.
The 8th.
So December 8th.
Was that a motion?
Anybody have any problem with that?
I'm looking. As far as I know right now, there's not a problem.
Okay, I don't see a problem either.
No other business?
Motion adjourned?
Oh,
Okay.
meeting adjourned.
Are you gonna motion for it?
I'll make a motion.
Stacy's first.
Vicky, you said about respect,
Don't talk about business.
right? That
I
man
said
get
Is
up,
there a second
let me say
for that
this,
one?
that man get up, walk out this door, resign from his position,
Vote.
this would
Yes.
stop.
I don't believe it.
I believe it.
I don't.
How many meetings you going to,
Okay,
Vicky?
we're done.
Not enough.
Not enough.
I'm just
I
telling you.
guarantee you, that man get up, walk out that door right now.
Say aye.
All in favor,
This would
raise your
stop.
hand of adjourning the meeting.
Thank you. And so the time is.
I'll argue that till I take my last breath.
Yes, I don't believe that.
Why?
I just don't.
Where do you think that hate and discontent come from?
Okay,
That man right there.
My question is, Vicky, he
thank you.
violated 5 different individuals in this town, and why haven't we held him accountable for any of those actions he's done against
If you
us?
know so much, you should have run for position to be appointed.
I
No, you think it's funny?
No.
You think our tax dollars spent
No,
is
it
funny?
is not. It is
It's
not.
sad, ain't it?
But what is really sad,
You get him to leave.
what is
I have no
what is
respect
really
for it.
sad is whenever this gets put on YouTube, there'll be sections of it cut out.
I put the whole thing on there, you can watch every
No,
video.
it wasn't last time.
No, that ain't nothing
Was
to
not
him.
last time.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
So you think that's funny that you don't
So
have to
you tell
stand
me
up
which
for
part's
things
cut
that you're
out.
responsible for?
Hang on a minute, I always leave, I wanna leave till everybody all leaves, because they don't have meetings, secret meetings.
Can I keep this stuff, or do you want it to go to a board member that's not present?
Yeah, that's all hers.
That's coming.
You quit cutting that stuff out.
While I'm cutting it out,
Quit cutting it out.
Oh, honey.
what part am I cutting out? There ain't nothing we cut
No,
out.
not at all.
Well, how come I'm the only one that ever says anything about it?
Not like I planted
Y'all
them
make me
trees.
stand up here and take
Looks like
it
he's
off.
gonna
I
leave
mean,
people hard
we
John
know it's in the
Hardwick.
ordinance that we
yeah.
can't burn it. I'm not sure what you were trying to say to me, but
Stand up for the health of our citizens.
yeah, definitely. If I see somebody burning something, I'll tell them, just like you do.
I am for what?
Oh, it's right here in the thing, it says right here.
Can you tell me the name of the, I wanted to record the name of the deputy who came when the complaint was made.
Dylan Root.
Dylan Root, okay, I knew you said Root, but I didn't know, couldn't hear the rest.
And Vicki and them said that the mayor said that they could burn that stuff. And I've got the list of stuff right here that was sent out.
This morning, when the stop sign at the bottom.
I'm gonna get my stuff in here.
Yeah, no, y'all don't wanna say nothing because you're afraid you'll offend somebody. But you know, it's not healthy. Now, and I take that, whatever, look here. I've come up here for 8 years, and I've come up here and been nice, but at some point you get tired of being nice when you don't get no help, and people just stand there and stare at you, like you're a fool.
I've read your letters to the editor in the newspaper back when they did it.
Weren't they nice? They weren't hateful.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Linda was a real candidate for that.
But there's only so much that it can be done in a small community where you don't have a permanent employee, a full-time employee, and there's just a small amount of money. So I don't think anybody disagrees with you, it's just that they don't care.
Yeah.
No, it's not that easy.